Claudia.
Hi.
It's nice to see you. Thank you for coming in today.
I didn't really have a choice, but whatever.
Okay, well, I just want to open it up by, asking, is there anything you want to talk about?
Well, I know what they want me to talk about. They want me to talk about how I'm insane and that I'm crazy and that, give you anything you want so that you can take it back to the court and say that I'm crazy. And, I'm not crazy. So I feel like if I told you my story and you understood everything that you would see that, but that wouldn't be what they want. So maybe I should not talk at all.
All right, well, I want you to feel as comfortable as you want to be, and, you can feel free to talk about whatever you want to talk about in this session with me today.
Well, as you know, I killed a man, and that's why I'm on trial. It was out of self-defense, and I would do it again. But everybody seems to think that if I go on trial, then I'll go to jail, and because I have a bad reputation. And so I feel like so they want me to plead insanity, but I'm not insane. And if I plead that I'm insane, then I'll be labeled as insane for the rest of my life. I'll be Claudia the Nuts Girl, and I don't want to do that. And that's not who I am anyways. And so I'd rather go to trial and prove that I'm innocent than plead insanity.
Right. Wow, that's got to be tough. There's a lot going on, and it sounds like you have a big trial coming up.
Yeah, I have a big trial coming up, and they all want me to plead insanity, and I know that might be good for me because I don't want to go to jail, but at the same time, I don't want to be locked up. And if I say that I'm insane, then it kind of proves that, the way that I'm living right now in my life is wrong. But I don't believe it's wrong because I have a good life and I've chosen the life that I wanted and I don't regret it.
Right. So you're kind of struggling with what people want you to do, but what you believe you are.
Yeah, because if I say that I'm insane, if I say that, then it puts me, in this category of not responsible for any of my actions, but I am responsible for my actions, and I know that I am every single day. And if I say that I'm insane, then that means that I'm not being true to who I am. But nobody even knows who I am. People don't understand that I choose, I'm a prostitute. I have sex with men for money. And, I'm not ashamed of that. That's the choice that I made. And I make a lot of money. I make a lot of money doing it. And I can buy really cool stuff. And I didn't have to go to college. And I'm really good at it. So, that's the path that I've chosen. But nobody understands that. Everybody just thinks that because that's what I've chosen that I'm crazy. And, when this thing happened and, when I killed him in self-defense, everybody just kind of goes on, well, this is her being even more crazy than she was because not only is she having sex with men for money, but now she's killing them afterwards, which is totally ludicrous and nobody even really understands me at all.
Right. So you're happy with the career choice that you've chosen?
Well, I wouldn't say that I'm happy with it. It makes really good money, and I didn't have to go to college, and it's not really that hard of work. I only have to work for like an hour, and then I get my money, and the rest of my time is mine. But so I wouldn't say it was like I'm happy with it, but it's useful, and it's what I've chosen to do, and I don't regret it, I guess.
Okay. So tell me a little bit about why exactly you're on trial and about what happened.
So, I killed a man in self-defense, and everybody, obviously there has to be a trial after something like that happens, and everybody wants me to plead and say that I'm insane instead of trying to fight that it was self-defense because, well, I don't know, like I said, nobody understands me, and if they really understood me or knew who I was, then they would realize that it was self-defense and that I would never kill a man if it wasn't. I would never hurt anybody. I'm not the one that goes around hurting people. Other people are the ones that go around hurting me. I am perfectly nice to everyone, and well, I guess, well, I used to be. I used to, be a nice person. I used to, be carefree and, I had friends. But now, after, years of choosing the life that I've chosen, I don't have any friends, and people find out what I do and they just take off, and they don't, I'll meet someone, either like a boyfriend or, even just like a friend that I can meet, and have, and they just, they will hang out and they'll think I'm cool and we'll have fun, and then they realize what I do, they get like all freaked out and they like run away. So I've just stopped trying, and I just, I beat them to the, and I'm not open, and I don't, and if I meet someone, I'm usually pretty rude and callous towards them because I don't want to get hurt again. I don't want to open myself up to that kind of pain.
Right. It sounds like you've been hurt in your past.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, all my friends, I went in this course of my life of deciding to be a prostitute, and they all just kind of backed away from me and stopped being my friend.
That must be hard. You must feel lonely.
Yeah, I am lonely, and I feel like, this is just going to make me even more lonely, because even if what I want happens and I prove to the jury that I'm not insane and that, that's not going to make my life better, because people are just going to think I'm even more crazy, even if and then if I do plead that I'm insane, then they're going to think that I'm actually insane, then I'll get locked up, and who knows what will happen to me then. But nobody will care, because nobody cares about me. But that's what I have to do, I guess. Well, that's what my parents say I have to do. My parents are the only people in my life right now. They're the only people that I even know or, interact with a lot.
So you feel like your parents are the only ones that understand you?
No, they don't understand me at all.
They don't?
No. They're the ones that are pushing for me to plead insane. They're the ones that say that if I go on stand and, testify that what I did was self-defense, that I'll get put in jail. And, I understand that they don't want me in jail, and obviously I don't want them to want me to be in jail, but I want them to have confidence in me. I want them to feel like if I told my story and if I told the truth, that people would believe me, and that, but they don't even believe me, so I don't know why I keep pushing them, but they don't even understand who I am, and, they are monsters in themselves, they're monsters, so I don't even care what they think.
So you say they're monsters.
Yeah, they're
That's
monsters.
That's a pretty strong word.
Well, my dad, when I was younger, he sexually abused me, and that kind of came out in court, and it's been kind of hard to kind of think about and deal with, because I haven't even thought about it or talked about it to anybody for a really long time, or ever, actually. I've never talked to anybody about it.
That must have been a really hard thing to go through, and I'm very sorry for what happened to you as a child.
Yeah, I mean, he knew what he was doing, and he just did it anyways, and my mom just kind of looked the other way, and, I mean, it's what happened, and, that's what taught me, that's what sex can do for you. It can make you money, because he used to always pay me and kind of pay me off so I wouldn't tell people, and I found that if I, could use sex in that way, it was good, and I got what I wanted, and, they got what they wanted, and then we could both just be happy, and it'd be fine.
So to you, sex it's a physical need.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's just a way to get money for me now. That's all I care about. It's a way just to make money, and that's all I care about. I wouldn't say that, I don't know. I said that I was happy about it, but I'm not happy about it.
Now it sounds like, you can correct me if I'm wrong, that, you know, when you talk about sex and relationships, that sounds like you kind of, it makes you sad and that you are kind of looking for something else.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess I would be looking for something else. I feel like I don't really know what I would be looking for. I don't really know what that would look like. But I know that, I guess, if I have to really admit to myself, like, I'm not happy right now. I'm not insane. I'm not crazy. I'm maybe not happy. And that could be true. I think that's maybe something that I've learned throughout this whole trial thing, that, you know, I know that I'm not crazy. I'm not insane, that I was responsible for every action that I did. But I'm definitely not happy. And I sometimes look at other people's lives and wish mine was more like theirs.
So this whole trial kind of made you realize that, you know, the sexual abuse you went through as a child has kind of haunted you in a way, you know, with the relationships you're in now and maybe the career you're in now, and you've kind of come to the realization that you're not happy and that maybe you want to pursue something else or you know, build new relationships.
Yeah, I guess so. I never really thought about it exactly like that before, but I guess that's what I've been saying. Like, you know, I'm angry all the time, and I just, you know, yell at people who are trying to help me, even though, you know, and I see the worst in everybody because I don't trust anybody to really have my back or care about me. And I know that it shouldn't be like that. People don't really react like that to people. Some people, I mean, most people can trust other people. I've never trusted anybody. I don't see the point.
Right. Trust is very hard for you, it sounds like.
Yeah, I mean, I don't trust anybody. I just know that if I trust them, then they'll hurt me, and then where will I be? I'll be, you know, back to just being, you know, pushed in the dirt and not caring about. And so I'd rather just not trust people and just kind of be by myself. But I know that I'm missing out a lot on, like, if I do that, I'm missing out a lot on relationships and.
Right. You don't want to get too close. You're scared.
Yeah, I don't want to get too close.
It must be hard to, you know, want that relationship and want to feel love, but you're also very scared because of a lot of things in the past that have hurt you, and even now, I mean, things that have hurt you now.
Yeah, and I guess if I'm being honest with myself, like, I want to come out of this trial maybe making some life changes, and, you know, I don't know, I feel like if I do change my career, if I do, you know, stop doing, like, those kinds of things, I don't know who else I would be, because this is who I've been for so long. I don't know who I am without this. And so I don't know how I'd go about that. Also, I feel like if I stopped doing this, then everybody else would be right, and they would think that I wanted to stop because I was insane and because being a prostitute was insane. But I'm not insane. I'm not crazy. And, you know, I feel like everybody can choose what they want to do, and, you know, people shouldn't judge other people so much.
So you feel like maybe your profession kind of created this identity that you don't see yourself in, that you want to be different.
Yeah, I mean, but that's who I feel like I am. That's my identity. So I guess I want to be different, but I don't know who that would be. I don't know who I would be without that.
That's very tough, and you know, you got a lot of things going on right now. This trial coming up, and how sexual abuse kind of resurfaced in the trial. There must have been a lot of emotions going on in that courtroom that day, and they kind of maybe brought you back to the past. And
yeah, I mean, I've been thinking a lot about the past and just seeing how it kind of is. I always say that it's not affecting me because, I mean, I barely even remembered it. Like, I don't even think about it ever if I can help it. But it really, I guess it's really affected me and affected my life choices because I'm not stupid. Like, I can see the connection between, what my dad did and where I am today. But I don't think that makes me insane. I don't think that makes me crazy. And I guess knowing that and knowing that's the reason, like, it makes me want to change because I don't want him to have control over my life or what I do. And I know I was a different person before then. Like, I know I used to have, like, another identity, but it's just been so long that I don't know what the identity is anymore.
Right. You kind of lost that identity or struggling to find that identity again.
Yeah, like, because if I give it up, then who am I?
Right.
I don't know.
So what are you hoping to get out of this trial?
Well, I definitely don't want to plead that I'm sane, but I don't want to go to jail. I hope that I can just convince the jury, the juror people that that what I did was out of self-defense and that I'm a real person with real feelings and I've made choices in my past based on, the things that, seemed good to me at the time and, hopefully I can convince them and then I'll be acquitted or let go or whatever and, then maybe, I don't know, we'll see. Maybe I could change my life in a different way. Maybe I could go back to school. It's important, I feel like, for me to maybe build more relationships because, like I said, like the only people in my life right now are my parents and, they clearly don't believe in me or don't care about me and I don't really want them to be the only people in my life. I want to have people that, like, actually care about me. But maybe I can't do that with being, a prostitute. Maybe I need to change that about myself in order to, be with people or make friends.
So you kind of feel the need to build a strong support system, and especially at a time like this.
Yeah, I mean, especially like going through this made me realize that I don't really have a support system, that it's just me. And that part of that's my problem because I push people away and I don't let people get close, but also I feel like people are kind of rotten and just rude. And so, I mean, I want to build those connections, but I'm also afraid because I don't really trust people, kind of like what we talked about, like the trust thing.
Right. Well, I think you're a very courageous person, especially for coming in here and talking to me about this today. And you're very courageous for, you went through a lot in your past and what you're going through right now. It's a lot to handle, and, I think you're a very courageous person. And I'm sorry for, the sexual abuse you went through back in your childhood, and also for, the physical abuse you went through recently, and this trial seems to be, very overwhelming and very draining, and I just want to thank you for coming in, and I hope to see you again soon.
Thanks, doctor. Thanks for your compassion.